Okay, I've got my temporary power supply hooked up again, just using a 6-volt regulator, taking a 9-volt battery, converting it back to 6 volts. The lead you see here is just a ground because the sensitivity of the receiver is not where it needs to be. Anyway, I'm going to just start replacing one cap at a time. I'm going to just start physically right here in the audio section, and we'll plug it back in and just see what type of improvements we get capacitor by capacitor. I think this first one right here is going to be a 10 microfarad cap, so I'll start with it. My bad, make that a 40. I'll try to match that up with the schematic I have as well to make sure that that is correct. So this radio's had some work done on it at some point in time. That first cap right here, the 40 microfarad that you can see. Schematic shows a 30, and the original photographs also show a different type cap, but again, there could have been modifications. That may be the original OEM, who knows. I'll look for something between 30, 40, try to stay within 10%, 20%. Already hearing notable improvements.
John here with you on Joy FM.
Okay, no notable improvement there. The second cap replaced over here on this side. Up next, the 5 microfarad cap located here. I'll just go back with a 4.7. Looks like my tie-in points from here to here. Okay, C8 replaced. A pain in the butt the way it was located in here. All right, one of the higher value capacitors, Charlie 2, looks like it resides between this point, 50 microfarads. It's been replaced at some point in time as well. And a look at the C2 replacement that was put in some time back. With C2 replaced, this cap right here made the biggest performance improvement so far. Let me just keep chipping away here one by one. All right, I knocked these two out, leaving a little 5 microfarad kind of stuffed in here in between. Get that knocked out before lunch, and then I'll move over here to the kind of the RF side, a few caps. Knock those out, and then we'll look at voltages on the transistors as called out on the schematic to give us an indication how close the resistors are. Continues to improve as I go cap by cap. Let me get the remaining ones out there. Little cap here looks pretty well used up. Schematic references 5 microfarads, so I'll see what's been tacked in. I don't think that's one of the original. We'll go back with a 4.7, and then I have a couple more caps to go here and here, and I think that's it cap-wise for the E caps, that is. And you can see the location of the cap, and that actually matches the SAM's, kind of an odd configuration the way it comes up in the corner. All right, capacitor C5 located here. Look what I found. Okay, got that last capacitor out, and this thing's really playing well now. So all the capacitors that I measured were rating extremely high. I still need to validate the voltages on the transistors, make sure they're plus or minus 15%. That's what's called out on the SAM's photo fact. Okay guys, the receiver of course runs off of 6 volts, 4 AAAs is what I found in it, all corroded up with the battery holders. I've just built a little breakout board where I can use a 9-volt battery on a temporary basis using the 6-volt voltage regulator, and just put a 47 microfarad cap there on the output. We go ahead and throw some tape here on the back side so nothing shorts out, and just do another dry fit, make sure everything fits. Okay, the IF transformers had the sealing wax in them. I just took my soldering iron and heated that up, and just used my solder sucker and pulled that out, and then cleaned everything off with a sponge and some alcohol. There's still some additional cleaning, but not necessary, because I'm going to actually melt just a little bit of wax and place it back down over the top of my adjustments. In particular, the RF section over here, where you're dealing with the antenna section for the shortwave band and the broadcast band. And I still need to hook up the other jack, and this will be complete other than, again, the battery holder. Again, external antenna for the shortwave band, figure out the earpiece connections, and then clean this thing up best I can. It's scratched up, so it shows its age, but definitely a great player now with the new caps in place. Voltages on the transistors look good, plus or minus 15% or better than what's called out on the schematic, so I didn't have to touch any of the resistors. Okay guys, just finished the IF and the RF alignment, and this little receiver is really hot, so it's doing a great job.